Hello and welcome back to another video here in the LEGO room. I hope you are well, and a rainy day, actually, a very rainy day, so apologies if you can't hear that through the skylight there. Another day in the 12 days of backlog, and a series in which I basically continue to build through my backlog rather than buying any more LEGO at the end of 2025. And we did a Marvel set yesterday, so I'm going to carry on developing that Marvel shelf that we've got, that big sort of Marvel unit. And what better thing to do that with than a set I've been sitting on since the summer, which is of course the Lego Marvel logo. Very much overpriced at £90 was my opinion. Some people might disagree with that. 900 pieces for £90 with 5 minifigures in there, I thought was slightly too expensive at that price point. However, in the summer we got it for £45 at Argos here in the UK. So shout out Argos, because I don't buy Lego from Argos that often, but they do have Lego deals every now and again. So yeah, £45. So I bought it about the same time I bought the Hogwarts Tower. Obviously all my attention went into building the Hogwarts system, or sort of adding to the Hogwarts system. So it is time now to build this almost 6 months later. We're going to add it to the Marvel shelving unit, and that'll probably be the last thing we can get into that shelving unit if you did watch yesterday's video. So yeah, really excited to build this one. Let's crack it up and let's have a look at the Easter eggs that are in there, including all those minifigures, and let's see what it looks like. Maybe let's compare it next to the thing you can just see in the crack there, which is of course the Star Wars logo. Let's get on with it. Set number 76313, the Marvel logo, 931 pieces in this one, 5 minifigures, which I will show you on the right hand side of screen, and on the left hand side of screen you will be able to see the time lapse of the build. Starting with the first Avenger, Captain America, with the chin strap on one of the dual molded sides of his face, the helmet, and of course the shield. You've got Black Widow with a blaster, some back printing, and a change of facial expression. Iron Man with his translucent blue thrusters, as well as a stern expression and a blue face that will be covered, of course, by his helmet. We've also got Thor, who has the lightning eyes, as well as his regular face as well. I do prefer the lightning eyes. He comes with his hammer, of course, and as well, last but not least, Hulk, and as I like him, with his angry face. There we go. That was quite fun, to be totally honest with you. It was probably more fun than the Star Wars one, maybe because it's got more pieces, maybe because there's a few little Easter eggs in there with the minifigures, which I should have already shown you. I will show you the party trick, however, which is how you pop them all out of the logo. So here you go, the party trick, how to get all the minifigures out. You'll be able to see that there is a way of just clicking in the back there. The Iron Man will pop up, and on the left hand side you can see if you push down really hard, you can get Thor and Hulk to pop out. And I was having a little bit of bother with this one, mainly because of the red tile that ended up going inside the Marvel logo, which I did have to fish out. As you can see, what I will do is I'll allow you to and access to the audio of what happened next when I did eventually get that red tile out. Oh dear. So yeah, Captain America flying onto the floor there, and I did retrieve him and put him back in his spot. This is the way that it's designed to be, by the designer. Captain America next to Black Widow, next to Iron Man, next to Thor, next to Hulk. You can, of course, move them around as you see fit, but I'm going to leave them the way they are. And to be honest, from displayability purposes, there's a little bit of an access hole into what is inside. It looks a bit eerie there without the plate on the other side. Lots of Technic sort of embedded into the brick there. But given that the minifigures won't be seen, it will just be the logo itself. I've decided to just leave them where they are for now. Little comparison there as well before we place it, just with the Star Wars logo again. Similar in sort of shape and size. They both kind of feel kind of like a brick in your hand, which is obviously understandable. Obviously the Marvel one far far thicker than the Star Wars one. Would you say one's worth 16, one's worth 90? I'm not entirely sure. I think you get a bit extra with those minifigures as well, and obviously a bit of functionality with that Marvel logo. Both of them pretty nice though. I do like both of them. I'm glad I've got both of them to help with the display of sets for Marvel and Star Wars in the Lego room. So I think I was being a little ambitious yesterday when I said that we'd be able to fit everything into this shelf. The Marvel logo itself fits in really, really nicely. In the smaller of the shelves, it actually fits in perfectly. Actually, I might have to shuffle it around to get it into a higher spot. Please do ignore the lighting. I didn't put a lighting ring in before we decided to show off this. This is very much in the corner of the room. No changes as you move up the sanctum there and all the way down to the Daily Bugle. But to get the train in, unfortunately, it's had to go next to the Hogwarts Express for now. We're going to need to find a new space for it moving forward, and probably a problem for next year, and a bigger Marvel unit and more space, hopefully, in a new Lego room. But that's very much a problem for next time. Very happy with the way that this Marvel logo looks. So there we go. Day has turned into night. It has literally gone dark, and pretty pleased with the way it looks. I think it's a really nice set, fantastic price for what we actually paid for it. I wouldn't really recommend paying full price for it, but looks fantastic on the display. And when in a bigger room with a bigger unit where we can potentially add a couple more Marvel sets, probably won't do it in the 12 days backlog, but a couple more Marvel sets next year, with a bit more space, potentially will look really nice in amongst things like the Sanctum and one or two other bits as well there. Almost said some of the stuff that we might have coming up, probably not in the 12 days backlog. I think I'm going to give it a rest with the Marvel space. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to this point in the video, it's sincerely appreciated. If you have enjoyed it, please do drop a like on the video, and please do consider subscribing. It does seriously help us out. Stay tuned, because I think we're almost halfway through. We might even done half of them. We're certainly on track as things stand to do the 12 days of backlog before Christmas. So make sure you stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Take care, and I will see you in the very next video. Bye.